Hello everybody, my name is Peter Klapper from the School of Biosciences at the University of Kent. In this video clip I want to show you how we can do basic statistics with the Microsoft Office product Excel. I've done it in Excel 2010, but it also works in previous Excel versions. Okay, let's assume we have a data set starting here with these data, and the first thing that we usually want to calculate is what is the average or the mean. And to do that, let's just simply write down here, we put the average in and we calculate that here, and usually that's done quite easily. So for any kind of calculation we have to start the calculation with an equal sign like that, and then we go to this toolbar here, and what we see is that there's already an average function built into Excel. So we just click on that, we come up with this window here. And what is relevant for us is this range, which basically asks where are our data. So what we can do is with the left mouse click, we go here and we just simply drag the box down and release. So here we basically tell the program that we want the average of the data that start at C3 to C19. We click OK, and here we get our average of all the data. So that would be 2.82 or something like that. Often we also want to calculate the standard deviation. So let me write this down here. So standard deviation. And again, there's an inbuilt function in Excel. So again, we start the function with an equal sign. We go to this toolbar here where the functions are defined, and we look for the function stdef, which means standard deviation. So we click on that, and again a very similar thing happens to what we've done for the average. Here the program again asks us where are our data, so we do exactly the same. So left mouse click on the cell C3 and we pull it down to C19 like that. So C3 is the starting, C19 is our last datum, and we click OK and we get the standard deviation. Sometimes we also want to calculate the frequency. How often, for example, does this datum 2 appear? How often does 3 appear, 4, 5, 1, and so on and so forth. And again, what we could do is we can simply calculate what we have here, or simply count what we have here, or we let Excel do the bit. And so what we need to do, however, is we need to tell the program what are our sort of baskets where we put in these data. So we can imagine that we've got a basket where we sort in the number 1, sort in number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. So we have to declare that first, and we do that. The best thing to do that is we just simply say, here's our basket for the number 1s, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we sort these data here into these baskets and then count how many of the data do we have in here. So this here is usually called the bins. Okay. And what we need to do is we need to calculate again our frequency. Let me put in a frequency table here. So we do it like that, and we start here with an equal sign again, and we say frequency. Now it asks us for two different things. It asks us for our data array. This is this part here. So we can do that. Left mouse click and drag it down. And it asks us for our bins. Which bins do we actually have? And here we've got the bins. Left mouse click, drag it down. So what this basically says is our data are in this range here, C3 to C19, and I've just made a mistake here. And the bins are from, let me do that, the bins are from H5 to H9, like that. Okay, so what we need to do, we get 2 here for 1, and we can simply drag this down with a right mouse click. That does not look right. Hang on a sec. I've just discovered what the problem is. So if we want to calculate the frequency of our data and put them in these bins, if you like, what we need to do first is we have to define a sort of a frequency table. And the way we do that is left mouse click on the cells where we want to have that, like that. And we need to have the same number of cells as in the bins plus 1. So it should be like that. So we've got these numbers in the bins plus 1. That is what we have here. And in order to start the frequency utility, we go to this toolbar here where we input the function of the frequency. So what we can do is equal, and we've got our frequency function here. So it comes up with this pop-up window. And now we enter our data into the data array and the bins into the bin array, like that. And now we need to press on the keyboard the combination Control, Shift and Enter at the same time. Control, Shift and Enter. And we get our distribution of the frequencies. So I just write this down. We need to press Control plus Shift plus Enter at the same time. And what we get here is now we have 2 times the number 1 in our data array. We have 5 times the number 2, 5 times the number 3, 4 times the number 4, and 1 times the number 5. So let's see whether this is correct. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So our frequency table is correct. So we can very easily calculate the average, the standard deviation, and a frequency table just by using the built-in functions in Excel. I hope you found this video useful, and thank you for watching it.